Sunday morning, Labor Day weekend. How we doing, folks? Hope all of you are having a wonderful morning. Morning, Jeff. What is it, dude? Oh, they always change something on here. What it? Hang on one second. Just leave. Well, how we doing, Marilyn? Hello, Frida. Good morning, Ann and Jeff. Jason, how you doing? Where's where I want to be. Hang on. The type of message. Okay, well, where's it at? Okay, there it is. Well, hello, Marla. Hello, Denise. I'm. The show's Coffee with Kevin because normally I chug, I don't know, a pot of coffee, but Hometown Nutrition has got me hooked. And today I'm doing Star Blast, which it does have caffeine. Don't get me wrong. So technically it's not Coffee with Kevin, it's coffee. It's Hometown Nutrition drinks with Kevin. But I think I've been on this about a week and a half and I've had 4 cups of coffee. Very good, right? And this is, I have it pre-made it there, and then because on the weekends they're not open on Sunday and they're not open tomorrow, so I have it pre-made, and then I just do it here at home, and it's good. I like it. I'm hooked, and that's all I can say. Good morning, Brenda. There's Brenda, Denise, Jeff, Marla, Frida. We have a lot of folks in today. Real quick. Cedar Creek concerts continue today. I guess they did get the shows in yesterday out at Cedar Creek. I did not go. It's not fun to take electronics out there when rain is forecast. But today is Big Country, Gene Deere and Gordon Bottom, the Phil Purley Trio, and Kid Kentucky. I guess that is a Kid Rock tribute band, and they said the guy's phenomenal out of Cedar Creek. It does look like rain again this afternoon, hit and miss like it did yesterday, so plan accordingly. And if it clears up and it's going to be nice, I would love to go out there. I would have loved to have gone out there yesterday and saw the Garth Brooks tribute band. Hello, Ron. How are you doing, sir? But I did not risk it. And plus, I got into some construction work here at the home and was tearing up a 4x4 concrete slab with a buddy that. The guy's phenomenal, and we got it out, and yeah, I slept like a baby last night. Let's just put it that way. Before I go any further, I must say, I gotta say this. My youngest daughter turned 21 today. And yes, she does live in Bloomington with one of her older sisters. Her other sister came down, so all 3 were in the same place last night. And they were pre-gaming. Just, that's what 20 and 21-year-olds do. And then I guess at midnight I don't know if they stayed where they were or they did go. I think they did go out. But I haven't heard from them this morning. I didn't make it to 12:01 to do the happy birthday. I'm sure I'll catch hell over that. But it was a fun night for them, I'm sure. I'm sure they all got home safely. And at some point around noon, I'm sure they'll wake up and I'll start getting photos and messages But happy birthday, Logan Coriel. Yes, she is the one that works at Hair Diva. She turned 21 today. Just when you get to that age when your kids are 21, even at 18, you're just like, really? I can remember changing their diaper last week. Or going to walk them to school for the first day, or the stuff as parents that. The snapshot in time that you take with your mind. And then when they say, oh, I'm 21 now, you're just like, okay, A, that makes me old. B, there's no way you're that old. And C, they'll always, all 3 of them, I still always see them as just little kids, little girls. And it's baffling to me. And it goes for any of the young folks out there that don't have any kids yet or have newborns. It's tough. It's a struggle at times. Sleep is non-existent. But don't blink. Because one day you're going to walk in that house. I remember my 21st, but yeah, exactly. You're going to walk in that house. And they're going to walk past you and go, "Hey, Dad, I'm on my way to such and such," with their car keys in their hand. Or, "I got to go to work, Dad," or, "I got to do this." And they're 21 or 22 or 19. And you're going to be like, when did that happen? It goes quick. Exactly, Frida. 100%. They'll always be the little babies. And the country music song, "You're Gonna Miss This," I think Trace sings it. It is so spot on. And every one of us do this. I'm not preaching today. Trust me. This is not I have nothing to do with preaching, but I am preaching to myself more so than anything. I feel like I'm loud today. We all take it for granted. Oh, I can't wait till they're 4. I can't wait till they're 6. I can't wait till they make their own decisions. I can't wait till they're in high school. I can't wait till they're in college. Brenda, that is so true. The older you get, the faster time zips past. I can't wait till they start driving. I can't wait till they get a job. And then, you know what? We've can't waited so much, and we've missed the journey. And the good days. Those were the good days. Because they go away. Exactly, Brenda. Exactly. And man, once those days are gone, they're gone. I can remember this. When I've been through divorce and all that, and when it was my time with the kids and stuff, you know, Dad goes and does stuff and go eat and go hang out and all that stuff, and the four of us would have a good time driving around listening to music and going to get something to eat and just being goofy. And they all three actually waited to get their license. And when I think it was Devin, Devin is the youngest twin, was the first to get her license and got a car and did all that. And I told him we were doing the next day. She was getting her license, and she had already had a car. She was getting her license the next day, and she's 18. She was ready. And I told him, I said, it'll change after Devin gets her license, and they didn't believe me. Oh, and I said, no, this is probably one of the last times we'll all four be in the car together and have a good time. And they're like, why do you say that? And I said, because when I turned 18, the last person I wanted to be riding around with was my dad. Now, you would go somewhere with him or do something if it was important, but those days of riding around listening to Taylor Swift or Miley Cyrus or whoever they were playing, hello, Samantha, hello, Kenny Duncan, those were going to come to an end. Now, the other two and I could still do it, somewhat, but I know that they're going to want to ride with Devin. So they didn't believe me. They do now. And they're like, oh, I don't, it's not a big deal. And I said, one day it will be to you. One day it will be to you. Kenny Duncan coming in with the big 50 Sunday morning stars. How you doing, Mr. Duncan? Thank you, sir. So yeah, I'm a little sentimental, a little nostalgic today, a little reminiscing. Morning, Samantha. Yeah, 21. My youngest turns 21 today. Or she turned 21 at midnight. And I'm sure they were walking through the door at the establishment they chose at midnight. So what I thought was funny, her two sisters were like, now she can buy her own vape. Some things y'all need to keep to yourself. But anyway, I told him, I said, all three graduated high school all three of you work. Devin graduated from IU. Logan graduated from Empire Beauty School. Shelby's worked 2 jobs pretty much the day she got out of high school. She didn't want to go to college. And I don't agree with certainly their political views, but I can't get mad at them for not, they're doing their own path and they're making it. Maybe not 100% all the time, but they're staying out of trouble. They're doing the right thing. And as a parent, that's all you can hope for. You give them lessons, you teach them what you can, and you hope that seed plants in them and they stay on the right path. Doing good. I miss Forky's breakfast on weekend mornings. Kenny? Me too. You know what? I miss Fred's breakfast on weekends morning too. Hang on, let me get a shot of my Starburst. Look at this promo. And they're not even a sponsor of the show. Starburst from Hometown Nutrition. This is my coffee. Good morning, PJ. This is my morning coffee right now. I do have another set up for tomorrow morning, so I will get by. I may go get some breakfast and eat a low-carb breakfast and drink a cup of coffee, but more so out of habit. But it's supposed to rain later today. Look like 2 o'clock or something, but I mean, it's going to be like yesterday. It could hit and miss at any point in time. Get out and do what you can if you're barbecuing or picnicking or whatever. Enjoy it with your family and friends. It's Stephen Ray. 400 big stars on a Sunday. Happy Labor Day weekend to you see. All the way out in Texas. Coming in with that Texas gold. Look at that. How you doing, Steve? It's got to be, what is it out there? Oh, you're probably only an hour. DJ, I'm doing fine, sir. I hope you are as well. Steve, how are things out in Texas? I think you're out in West Texas, aren't you? All the way down in the Lenny Dude. Yeah, Lenny, I mean, we all... and Steve's got newborns, or has a newborn. He's got... You just miss those days when... Well, I had twins, Devin and Shelby. When they were first born, I could put them both, one in each arm. And as, when they get to that 20, 22, I think the twins turned 23 in March, you miss days like that. When I could throw all 3, at the time I had the soft top 4-door Jeep, throw all 3 in that Jeep and we would just go everywhere. And I say we lived out of it, meaning we spent a lot of time in it. And we had a blast. Didn't care if they got it dirty or whatever. It was beyond that at that point. I think the first day the first day I bought it, Logan smashed a Polar Pop cup in the back, and I had about 160 ounces of pop all over the back of the floor. That pretty much set the standard on that vehicle. But you miss those days. The journey is the good days. And as a parent, we always take it for granted. I sure as hell did. And you miss those days of the goofy stuff and the fun stuff. And believe me, being a dad with 3 daughters, you learn every lyrics to Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez and Miley, and I can name you. And as they got older, your Billie Eilish's and your Rihanna's and just it's nonstop. Larry, my oldest turned 40 this year. It is truly unbelievable. Larry, you cannot have my oldest 2 turned 40. All right, Steve, I'll check them just a second. I'm going to finish reading Larry's, and I'm going to look at them. It's truly unbelievable. It seems Linda went to sleep. Now he's grandkids. Blinked twice, you missed it. We were all packing. Larry, it's exactly right. And you know what? And I tell them this, and I'm sure all you guys do too, because my dad told me the same thing. When they get to have kids, and Larry's got grandkids, they'll miss being with you at that age while they're making memories with their own kids or their own, as it just continues. Oh, Steve, can I show that online? Uh-huh. I want to post the. My daughter turns 21 in April. I know, that's awesome, Lenny. Steve, can I show the picture here? Oh, look at this. This is my buddy Steve from out in Texas and his little guy here. Look at this. Look at that. Now, is that phenomenal? I don't know who's happier, dad or little one. That's beautiful, man. That is beautiful. Good guy right there. We take for granted the journey, and I'm going to say this because I'm guilty of it, not only with the kids but in life itself. We just do. The good days are the days that you're living right now, because you don't know what holds the future on this planet while you're here. So I guess my message to myself as my youngest turns 21 is enjoy the moments you have, because you never know. And I didn't pop on here to be sentimental today. It just kind of fell into it as I was walking from bedroom, bathroom into here, go live. I was just like, can't believe I got one that's 21 years old. The last one. The last of the three. I have no intentions of creating another and going through 21 more years of it. And I look, Steve's got that young one there. Wow. At 55, I would, no, couldn't do it. And Larry's got all sorts of grandkids, and Larry's got a huge family, a great family, good people. I'm telling you, if you get a shot, if you get a chance, stop down at Hometown Church. First of all, Courtney Jones is one of the sweetest individuals you could ever meet. And I'm not big on stuff like this. I have tons of coffee. I love having my coffee. At work I drink 4 or 5 cups a day. When I'm home on the weekend like this, if I go get breakfast, I'll drink a cup there. I'll come home and I'll sit here and research or dig around or play around or watch TV, and I'll drink 2 massive cups from back there. I don't anymore. This right here, stop down there sometime and just see. I went live there yesterday. See what they got. Talk to Courtney or Kayla, but Courtney's the owner, I believe. Super sweet gal. Ask her about it. I miss my kids every day. I'm not around them. I fly to see them often, and my daughter is about to come here for 2 minutes. Steve, that's awesome. Never lose contact with them. And I know you won't. PJ, you look, and this is some sound advice from the generation up. You look at things much different as a grandpa and a great grandpa. I can believe that. I'm not ready for grandkids yet. I know mine'll be 23 and now 21. The twins are 23 in March, and Logan's 21. I want them to get more established. Not that there's ever a good time or for kids, because it happens. But I want them to get established. Yeah, Lenny, that's the thing. I'm like, at 55, could I? Whew. Like, here, kid, have a cigar and just chill out and watch a game with me, bud. No, there's people that do it, but I mean, it wouldn't be easy. That is for sure. And hats off to the ones that do it. They always say the best thing about having grandkids is once you're done with them, you hand them back. Say, hey, you guys have a good night. See ya, bye. Hope they fall asleep tonight. Don't keep you up. Young people, Young people, when you have kids, sleep is not a necessity anymore for you. Get over it. And complaining about lack of sleeping, you're complaining to the people that brought you into the world who had lack of sleep because of you. We don't care. We do not care. And we complained to the people that we caused the lack of sleep to. It just continues. And I love the parents. Oh no, so and so, they slept through the night every night. It's just like an angel. Really? Really? Is it so? It's 1 in a billion. You got the one child that at 9 p.m. every night, or 8 p.m. every night, took their last bottle and slept till 7 the next morning. I don't buy that. I don't buy that. Because I mean, basically, they're eating and poop making machines for the first 2 years of their life, and that's what they do. And they're the most precious thing God's gift ever gave us. Exactly, Lenny. 100%. Childbirth and having kids and enjoying that time with them is, I think, the greatest gift God gave us, to just, it's the miracle of birth. And when I saw my twins being born, as a dad, the tears were rolling down my face. I couldn't stop them. I'm standing in there in the birthing room, and I couldn't stop them. I didn't force them out. It just amazed me. Exactly, PJ, never happens. I got on here and preached today. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to come in here sentimental. It's just one of them mornings where Logan turns 21. Yeah, and to me, as a dad, I have to talk about her because she went to school. She's kept a job. She pays 90% of her bills. I'm not going to lie. There are some that her mom and myself, we help with on all of them at one level. But that's what parents do. That's why we go to work. We don't want the money. You give it to your kids. Those $10 here, $20 there. You know, you're like, whew. They still think that the money tree is a 75-foot tall maple tree in the backyard, when actually it's a shrub that loses its leaves around October. Morning, Bill. How you doing, sir? This stuff is so good. I cannot rave about this enough. And those of you like, oh, he's pushing for a sponsorship. No, I'm not. They're not even a sponsor of the show. Hometown Nutrition. I like the vibe. I like the people that run it. And her story, Courtney's story, is what convinced me. Savannah has done it for a long time, and she's had big T's all the time. And I finally started inquiring, and when I met Courtney and she told me her story, she came on air. Sat right across from me, which she couldn't sit in here right now. This place is a complete wreck. Her story is what convinced me. And her sincerity, and she's just a sweet person, and now I'm hooked. Now I got this stuff all over the house. And you know what? I'm not trying to sell it. They asked me, hey, you have 1 million friends. Why wouldn't you become a salesperson? I may, but I don't want to. I could pop off here and go to my Herbalife channel on YouTube or Twitch and promote it all day. And I'd probably make a couple of bucks at it. But I don't want to do that. I like it. That gives me energy, gives me focus. But I'm not going to lie. I do miss the little cup of warm coffee. Well, there is Keaton Coriel, all the way on the East Coast. Newport. What's going on, Keaton? How's life in the Navy? You could sell Kevin's coffee. There you go, Bill. How are things over there on the East Coast, Keaton? Keaton, happy birthday to Logan, and thank you for your service, Keaton. Good kid. When his legs not broke. Oh, give a short version of her story. Was heavy. Looked in and tried different things, of course. Looked into things to help her get back to being more comfortable with herself. And found this. Loved it so much. She bought into it. Now there's a store in Franklin. And then she runs the one in Martinsville. And she has, and here's the thing. You know how they always like, hypothetical name. Jenny was 300 pounds, and look at her now. No name, no address, no nothing. Courtney has those photos. She wasn't 300. I don't even know what her weight was. But she has those photos, and her story that she tells, and you can tell it's heartfelt, is just amazing. She loved it. She's very comfortable now. She works out all the time now. And loved it enough to where she rents a building or, purchases a building and sells it. So kudos to her. And kudos to her for getting to where she wanted to be. Still down with this ankle. You got to get that fixed. There's another Texas. We got Steve was on. He might still be on from Texas earlier. And now the lovely Juanette from just outside of Dallas joins us. We got a lot of Texas folks on here. We did live in Texas. I used to live in Corpus Christi. Born here, moved to Corpus Christi, and came back. I have pictures of us at South Padre Island. Good morning, Juanette. With nothing but clear white sand for as far as the camera could see every direction. No hotels, no condos. Just beautiful beach. It's not that way anymore. I'm trying, the military medical is playing. Yeah. Got to get out of that. Got to get out of that medical. What do they call it? I forget what they used to call it. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to go to the country of Texas, go. Because that is what it's like. It's got everything. Mountains, deserts, ocean, swamps. Profile. That's what it is. You got to get out of that profile, Keaton. I think we moved there. And I'm going to misquote, but I would say 70 to 74. We lived there 4 years, give or take. We were back here in 75. I know that because we were Dad still followed IU basketball even back then. And at that point in time, Indiana was the team to beat in 75. And of course, 76, they won it all. And we were back here. I want to say 70, either 70 or 71 to 74 or 75, somewhere in that time frame. But I will tell you this. Whatever we caught in the ocean, we ate. I can remember that as a kid. We ate. Morning, Jeff. I got a chance. While I was in the military, I was stationed at Fort Polk, Louisiana for a while. And I had a buddy who had been stationed in Germany with me. And they lived north of Houston, and he got out. And when I got stationed at Polk, I contacted him, and I would go over to Galveston in that area and spend some time on the beach again while I was down there. And so on the weekends when I could, I would run over and pick up Jay and his brothers, and we would go to Galveston, stay the weekend, and then head back to Post. Morning, Big D. Yeah, I was gonna say, Lenny, probably a little bit before your time. Yeah, 71 to 74, somewhere around there, 70 to 75. But I know we were back 75, 76. I'm old. I tell you guys that. You don't believe me. Juanette does. Juanette knows I'm old. I've known her all the way from Germany. I played against her dad. Back in the day, I used to be halfway athletic, and her father was extremely athletic, and he played for another military post called Parmesans, a couple hours away from us, but we would face them in fast pitch softball. Hello, Tina. And I wasn't the most talented, but I could play, and I met her and her family while doing that, and I've known her ever since then, which is a very long time. That was in 88, 89, 87. You're born in 76. There you go. This year the Hoosiers won it all, so it's a good year to be born. Undefeated season. Stuff's delicious. Courtney Jones, Hometown Nutrition. She's not a sponsor, so I'm not doing it for money. I just like it. Because I get people that message that. Quit pumping them up. What are you getting paid? What MOS in any combat deployment? I was a 31 Victor, which at the point in time, I think it transformed into 31 Zulu. I was the guy that you saw with the radio on his back that always died first in the movies. But they had expanded that to where they taught, of course, radio use and then radio, telephone, teletype, repair, and function. So, and then I got deployed to Panama during when Noriega was down there. And I was down there for 45 days, give or take, in the jungles, and had fun with that. And then I had an option. Extend for 4 years, but because back then there was no, hey, we'll extend you for 2 years or whatever, some of the stuff they do now. It was extend for 4 years or get out. I only had I was in jungles of Panama and only had 20 days left in the military. And so they were riding me, extend for 4 years. I was like, I don't want to extend for 4 years. I'll extend for the time in this deployment. And they're like, no, you can't do that. And what frustrated me was they were bringing in guys that had been to other areas and already gotten out, and they were bringing them back in, and they were walking the perimeters and discussing things, and I'm like, you're allowing those guys to do it. They said, nope, extend 4 years or we're going to ship you back out here in whatever days. I didn't extend. I caught a C-130 out of, what's the Air Force Base down there? I don't know, there's 10 of us. Caught a C-130 out of, I forget the Air Force Base in Panama, one of them. Came home. And I literally had 3 days to clear and get out once I got back on soil. That's what I did. Hey, I would have gladly extended to stay down there. And I when you're 22 and you think, oh, you know it all, I should have stayed, should have extended, but I didn't. Served my time and then got out. Yep. 31 Victor, and I think it rolled into 31 Zulu. And that was right when the digital stuff first started coming out, which I think they ended up combining. The communication MOSs were 31 Charlie, 31 Victor, and I forget what another one was. But I think they were going to combine them all. Like I said, I lost track of it. I got a buddy that making on here that he's from Texas too. They're in Texas now. The Van Veen, or they're in Arizona. I stand corrected. Andy Van Veen, he was my commo chief over in Germany, and he stayed in the whole way. And I need to ask him. I don't know what they did with the wire dogs or the radio guys or any of that. I'd be curious what the MOS is now. It would be neat to see. He actually went back to our old barracks in Germany years later and took pictures and hung out. And I was like, you went on vacation while you were in the military back to our old unit? Not a chance. He stayed in. He stayed in the whole way. Ended up becoming a warrant officer. He's good. He's a good dude. Stardust. Hometown Nutrition. It's good stuff. Get it. Stop down there and talk to Courtney one of these days, or Kayla, or Savannah. It's good stuff. Sunday, Labor Day weekend. Thank you all for joining us. It is a beautiful day out there. It may rain later. It's going to be hit and miss. The concerts out at Cedar Creek start around 2 again today. You've got the Phil Purley Trio, the Gene Deere and Gordon Bonham, Big Country, and Kid Kentucky, which is a Kid Rock tribute band. And they said that guy's phenomenal. I don't know if it's going to be the fan-friendly or the family-friendly version. I'm assuming it will be. But get a chance, head out to Cedar Creek. Going out there. Weather permitting, I'm sure it'll be a good show. Anyway, that's all I got today. 37 minutes. Anybody got anything else they want to add, say, chit-chat about? I had 2 from Texas on today, Steven and Juanette. Thought that was cool. If the Van Veens get on here, we'd get to try. Or they're in Arizona now. Andy's from Texas. They live in Arizona. I like seeing our friends from around the globe get on here. Friday night, Martinsville's home to Decatur. They're 3-0. Looking to go 4-0. It won't be easy. Decatur's always a tough game. We will bring you that action live. And I believe my 21-year-old today, Logan, is doing something for the dance marathon team for the high school. I think she's going to be set up to do tinsel right there by the main entrance. I was glad to see your face this morning. Thank you, Bill. You too, sir. It's always good to hear from you. The largest the largest racing fan on the planet right there is Bill Martin. So I think Logan's going to be set up by the entrance to do tinsel. So if you want hair tinsel, message her and tell her, hey, I'm going to want this, this, and this. And I think it's going to be $10 or whatever her price is. I don't know. Don't ask me. But she's splitting half that money and giving it to dance marathon team. And they collect money all year, and it goes to Riley. That's the thing for kids. So you want to help out? There you go. I won't be able to hang out down there with her. We'll be up the booth. Weather permitting. I haven't seen what the weather looks like this week for Friday. Weather permitting. And if it doesn't work then she'll set up at basketball games. But those kids love the hair tinsel stuff. Anyway. I may go get me some low-carb breakfast somewhere. I might go to Local Grind. Hunter D. Hunter, tell him. I just had it. My morning homemade. I brewed it here. I mean, got it from there. I mixed it here. Stardust tea. I normally do the orange. That's my second shot. That's my second sample. I normally do the Dreamsicle. I tried the Stardust this morning. I had it here at home. It's good stuff. I still love the Orange Sickle. That's good, but the Orange Sickle is my favorite. I've tried 2 of them. It was good. I got another one there for tomorrow morning. I liked it. Hunter's a big hometown nutrition. He's a big hometown nutrition guy. I think yesterday we had Mama Baker, Corey, myself, Hunter, Beth. Savannah was working. Kayla was working. And I think we saw at least 20 customers come in there yesterday morning. We were there maybe 2 hours. I love the place. Great location, 152 North Main, right next to J2, right across the street from Keller's. They're not a sponsor. I do not get paid. I get people that message me. You're getting paid from them. You get your drinks for free. No, I do not. No, I do not. Hello, Shannon. Hello, Jack. I don't get any more of a discount than you do, and I don't care. I ordered my own stuff from them. Yep, I agree, Hunter. Place was packed all day. They came there to see you, big fella. The big HD flat. 3-0, Hunter. We got Decatur this Friday night. What do you think? Give me a. Should have got my shake for free. I was watching. No, you knew the stipulation. Kevin didn't hold it as a bargain. Whatever. I want your prediction on Friday night. Martinsville versus Decatur. I don't know what Decatur's record is. I think they've lost. That seems to be their score, 24-14. So you're predicting a W for the Arties. There you go. I hope so. And since we're on sports, and I don't want to lose my audience, but real quick, if you watched the Ohio State Notre Dame game last night, I'm happy about two things. I never thought Notre Dame would beat Ohio State. Ohio State has probably an offense compared to what LSU had a few years ago when they ran the table, and I'm underselling that. Ohio State has NFL talent by the barrelfuls on both sides of the ball. So what Notre Dame did last night, they got blown out by New Pal. That's what I thought. I heard they got beat. But New Pal's no joke either. But Decatur's going to come here, and they're always a tough out. It's going to be a tough game. Ohio State is loaded, and they are going to pummel people this year. So all you Notre Dame haters, because there's a lot of them, Notre Dame never plays anybody, and they're not good enough. I give you credit. Kelly had created smoke and mirrors. I never was a Kelly fan. Freeman not only has some talent, not on the level of your Georgia, your Alabama, and your Ohio State, but he has some talent and he can coach. And that was evident last night for three and a half quarters. Because they were the dominant team until late in that fourth quarter. They need some weapons on offense. They need some deep threat receivers. They don't have that. But Notre Dame was more physical up front for 3.5 quarters, and they were the dominant team. Ohio State stayed in it, and when their athletic ability kicked in, they were tough. They're 1-2, Dan. Wow. Yeah, I agree, Hunter. So I wasn't disappointed. I'm always disappointed when they get beat, especially this time of the year. They're 0-1. You can write off pretty much the playoffs unless everybody loses. You faced probably the best offense in the country, unless you're at North Carolina or Appalachian State, probably the best offense in the country, and you held them to 21 points. And the last touchdown was, we're exhausted, we're spent. The depth of Ohio State took over, and ball game. And I think it was evident with Ohio State got the ball back with 2 minutes to go and ran it out, and we didn't call a timeout. We were spent. Notre Dame was spent. And you could tell. And Freeman, I think Coach Freeman knew that. So, kudos to Notre Dame. They played with a team that could easily win the national championship. Easily win the national championship. They played with them for 3.5 quarters. Not saying Notre Dame's going to go 12-1. I still think they'll lose to USC because we don't put up points. We're not their offensive yet. And they'll probably lose to Clemson. But that was a good, if there's ever a good loss, that was a good loss. It was on national TV, and they held their own. Because in years past, national TV games against top 3 teams in the country, Notre Dame gets their teeth kicked in by halftime. And I'm like, Dukes of Hazzard reruns on. Yeah, and you know what, though? But here's the thing. Notre Dame never plays anybody. You know what? When they make the schedule, majority of those teams that are on Notre Dame's schedule are in the top 25. it seems like the last couple of years, some of the teams they were playing weren't in the top 25. Notre Dame never plays anybody. Well, everybody plays weak teams, usually at the beginning of the year. No, we didn't this year. And you know what? Hats off to they got to come to Notre Dame, and maybe next year, whenever it is they come rolling back in, we can have some offensive weapons. Notre Dame's or Decatur starts a bunch of freshmen. I think we win 20-14. Yeah, and that's probably going to be the 3 losses, Hunter. Hey, I don't care if we win 1-0. Kayla, I was just talking nice about you. I finished my Stardust. I spoke very highly of New Hometown Nutrition, Hunter, and I have, off and on. But yeah, I think that's their 3 losses. So I was proud of that. I was proud that they stayed in the game and controlled it for most of it. Fatigue and depth took over, and Ohio State pushed out late at the very end. They did cover. I think it was plus 17. And I'll be curious to see how they look too, Hunter. But as of right now, I would say 3 losses. All right, before I get off here again, happy birthday to my youngest 21-year-old, Logan Coryell. I haven't heard from her yet today. I'm sure she's just sleeping in. Her choice to sleep in. I saw a video of all 3 of my daughters at some point in time during the night, and yeah, I'm sure they're all sleeping in, which I don't blame them. Love you, Logan. Hope you have a magnificent day. I think she's going to come up, or I'm going to go down there today or tomorrow at some point in time. 21. Youngest is 21. It's not fair. It just doesn't seem fair. Doesn't seem right. Get out there. Enjoy the day. I can, and I got one for tomorrow. Hometown Nutrition. Get out there, enjoy the day. Chance of rain later. If you look at radar, it's spotty like it was yesterday. Hopefully it avoids the area we're in today. Cedar Creek should be a good show out there. Kid Rock tribute band. Now they won't take the stage until late in the day, so hopefully the rain will be gone by then. But if you've never been to Cedar Creek, get out there and watch a concert. Fun stuff. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I want the last one more time. Oh, you going out tonight? I may. If I go, I'm probably not going to take anything. Did you end up going? Now, Hunter, I've already said my goodbyes. And how was Garth Brooks? They say he is phenomenal. The tribute band. And Garth Brooks was my. Let's put it. It was Hank Williams Jr. first, and then Garth Brooks was the next one that I was like, holy cow, this guy's awesome. So I learned every song he ever sang and did all that. And then Toby came along, and then Toby's it for me. We had rain all around us, and it just would not rain here. It would like get to us and go, I'm not going to rain there. I was there all day. Everyone was good last night. Oh, I just got a text. Are you all alive? And Devin just texted me and said no. Oh, okay. All right, I may try to make it out there, Hunter. If I do, I'll let you know. Love you guys. I'm going to go grab some low carb somewhere. A little breakfast. Happy Sunday. Get out there, enjoy your day. God bless you guys. I may be back on later today. We'll see you soon.